This is why Mayor upset about the article saying that boyfriends are embarrassing.
I took the liberty of asking all men on planet Earth are they upset at the article, and they all told me no. So she lying. View discretion is advised.
Is because they're losing their value.
You in fact did not read the article. I can tell because if that's your opening statement, yeah, it's either that or your comprehension skills are piss poor.
They're losing their value. I'm not saying every man isn't valuable. I'm saying men doing the bare minimum is no longer desirable.
The title to the article is having a boyfriend embarrassing? Question mark. Just based on the title, why would you assume that it has something to do with a man adding value to a woman? What about a man doing the bare minimum is embarrassing? True question. How would that be embarrassing for a woman? If it had to be embarrassing for someone, it should be embarrassing for the man because he's the one providing said bare minimum. But how would that translate over to the woman? I don't get it.
The reason why God, and I'm going a little bit religious, the reason why God is a man and not a woman is because men had to make themselves valuable in some way.
Leave God out of it. Out of y'all bullshit takes. Leave God out of it. Trust me, he ain't bothering nobody. He not. Especially not you. Leave him out of it.
The reason why women have laws around their bodies but men don't is because whoever controls the female anatomy controls the existence of humanity, and men cannot control the female anatomy without putting laws and procedures in place. Because look what happened when you gave women the right to not have children. When you gave women the right to get a job. Now all of a sudden, women aren't dealing with you.
Maybe I wasn't born. What year did they say it was mandatory that all women must have children? I don't. Maybe it probably went over my head. Maybe this is newfound information that I just never knew about. I could have sworn women having children was a choice, but I guess not, according to her.
And then an article comes out and it says, having a boyfriend is embarrassing. Well, that shakes the status quo because for years, men have been using, and other pick-me women, have been using the idea of singlehood as a dig to women. So what does it mean when being married or being in relation with a man is now considered embarrassing? How is he going to have power?
Well, first and foremost, I think you're buying into that article a little too much. They don't have the last say-so on whether men are actually embarrassing or not. It's just a hot article. It went viral. It's gonna die the fuck out like anything else. Here today, gone tomorrow. Secondly, this isn't the early 1900s where men had to rule with an iron fist in a relationship. Men are hybrids now. We do things completely fucking different. This power that you speak of, men and women both have power within a relationship. There are things that he's going to be better at. There's things that she's going to be better at. And you just balance off or bounce off of one another in order for the relationship to work effectively. But addressing the rest of your points honestly is pointless because I can tell these are not your original thoughts. This is not something that you conjured up yourself. You're just regurgitating. However, what I will say is we as men do not give a fuck about that article. So the fuck what? If that's what y'all think, y'all think a lot of things about men. One thing's for sure, two things for certain. There's always going to be a woman looking for a relationship. It may not be you, but who gives a fuck? Y'all keep it change.